welcome if you're tuning in. I'll be with you shortly. I'm just finishing my coffee. Thanks for joining me. Feel free to say hi. Feel free to lurk. Just feel free. That's all I ask. Even if you know you're really not free. Oh shit, Wolf. Thanks for stopping through, man. This is gonna be a cool little segment. It's first time working on this here. Yeah, weirdest news of 2020. Oh, let me remove that timer, because this audio is my own. So, I should just put a different timer. I might as well do that. I got 4 minutes. Trying to get a schedule for y'all. I think news at noon is pretty good. Makes me have to get up and like look at some interesting stuff, and I'm gonna keep it at weird news. Only weird news. And you're not gonna hear anything about any of the news stories that you've been hearing about everywhere else. Adjust my EQ because I'm gonna be talking here. Yeah. How's it sound, shit wolf? Sound alright, man? Yeah, you mind if I call you by your name so that I don't get censored? I might, or I could just censor it on YouTube. More dry, bring down the reverb a little bit, a little less verb. Yeah, I think that's probably better, huh? Perfect. All right. Welcome y'all. I'm here, so let me switch up my graphic. I'm sitting on my camera. Got another camera. Gonna set it up today. Just gotta get the cables. Nice SLR, I've had it forever and I forgot. And then I have another camera, but I have to get another capture card or something if I want to use that. I need more capture capabilities. All right, where are we at? Now we'll just transition to this scene for now. I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna be picking these as we go. So if anybody has any suggestions, send me links to like weird news stories. But caveat: nothing political. Nothing political. Like, I mean, there can be like a political kind of like something related to like, you know, a weird law or like a weird crime or something like that, I guess. But that's not really political. That kind of stuff is totally cool. Let me dry this up a little bit still. Back down to the dryness. There we go. Dude, I am so glad that I came to Twitch, man. It's like, it's such an amazing thing to be here. I've like, just last night, I had this awesome experience where I did this full moon meditation, and anybody is welcome to watch it, check it out. And I was, yeah, I did this full moon meditation, and it felt real nice. And I know at least one or two of my friends stopped by for a little bit. some Gnomies were here checking it out, and I definitely really appreciated that. People coming through and just digging the vibe. It was mellow. I really liked it. So yeah, stream avatars is kind of, I don't know, where's it at? I gotta add it to here. It's just so much fun. I always want to have it in there. It gives you all something to do. There we go. All right. Put that on every. I got scenes upon scenes here in OBS. If anybody wants to learn some OBS skills, let me know. Fun. And I'm not gonna say it's easy, but with patience, you can definitely do some cool stuff. So, yeah, I just need to change a little something here because I'm feeling a little bit pink. And I'm not feeling like I want to be pink right now for the news. So let's see. I mean, I am naturally pretty much pink. But let's see if we can change the color up a little bit. I know I'm farting around and stuff. Dude, I'll definitely like make some overlays for you. Just tell me what you want them to look like. And then give me a shout out when you use them. Yeah, I'll make you some cool overlays, bro. I have to figure out how to export them, but I'm pretty sure it's just XML. I'm losing track of what I was doing here. I gotta change this filter here, get rid of this color correction here. I think that's all I really need to do. Trails are chill. Everybody digging the trails? I'm digging the trails. It feels chill. So it's got like kind of a vapor wavy vibe to it. So yeah, but that's pretty much my natural skin tone. So we're reading the news here. So yeah, if you want to send me links to news articles, send them on Twitch in a whisper. You could comment on Facebook or like try and PM me somewhere else. But your best bet is just send it to me here or just throw it right up in the channel. I don't think I have links restricted. If so, if it doesn't let you post it, just let me know. And I will look it up and I'll read it. So yeah, I have like a few rules though before we start about what I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna use. Let me turn down this background music a little bit. Cause you know, just the vibe. It's just, I really want to do a podcast, so this is kind of a good way to foray? Is that the right? No, that's not the right word. To segue into that, I guess, would be the right thing. So I want to do an audio podcast as well. Let me just adjust this. I'm feeling like I look like holy and not in a divine way. My key. I just need to adjust it. All right. Yeah, that's a little better. Now you can kind of see my got a real green screen proper coming today. So sheets. All right. So and I'm probably going to be putting up images of these news articles too as we go. And let me just look. Like I said, I'm just getting this all down. Gonna have some mellow times. Yeah, Bob Ross chill. That's what we're gonna do. Do some Bob Ross type of chill. You guys can look at my symbol over here. Huh. I'm looking forward to playing that actually. And just in general, learn to be a better drummer. So, but that's beside the point. We're here for weird news. The weird news. Yeah, the weirdest news of 2020. Yeah, like I said, Joe, if you're listening, you ain't heard nothing yet. Get on over here. This is my Twitch Usera name. We're gonna have some fun times and talk about some silly stuff. I hope some of these are really silly. Like I said, I mean, this is just something I do on my own. So, figure, you know, this is all about. I gotta get this camera straight. It keeps getting cables. You know, they're the bane of my existence. I really love this trackball, but it's clickety-clackety, and when it falls apart. So, alright, anyway. Should do all this technical stuff before I'm streaming. I know. I'm a bad streamer. No, I'm just new at this. Tried streaming many years ago, before anybody was really interested in checking it out on Shoutcast Radio. But yeah, I'm jumping right to it. We're gonna, let me see if I can get a little window capture going on my weird news page. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Yeah, see, guys, I'm clicking on the Twitch preview window, the monitor, and I should be clicking on that. Let's make it a little. So, I'm clicking on the preview monitor, you know, and it's not doing anything because I should be clicking on OBS. Yeah, this looks weird right now. You're looking at my chin, but when I'm actually sitting back reading. So, get that. Alright, so here. You guys can look with me. And if you see one that looks interesting, just shout it out. Just add this. Oh, we got a browser. So, we got too many windows open is what I got. Way too many windows open. Guys, I think you know the struggle. I think everybody knows the struggle of too many open windows when you're trying to do something important. Because this is very important. We need to know about the things that we didn't hear about this year because they were too weird for most newspapers to even go near them. All right, so let me. I'm just a little discombobulated. It's Ma Dukes is out of town, so I'm here alone with the dogs, and he's a little bit. There we go. There. And this is, oddly enough, from Reuters. Alright, cool. So, yeah, these ads out of my face. I want these ads. How do I don't like you, OBS browser. I'm just going to use a window capture. This is very dumb. Alright. Window capture, much easier. Guys, this is the life of a beginner streamer. And just gotta bear with me. I mean, pardon me, I probably should tell people that they, maybe best off coming in a little late, but then they might miss some kind of really nice gem, something cool that happens. So, and I don't want that. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Weird news. All right. Okay. Much better. Oddly enough. All right. So this is from Reuters, I believe. Yep. So well, I gotta get a pop filter. So it's a reputable news service. A little less verb, maybe. Yeah, here, right there is good. Perfect. Perfect verb. All right. So. Yeah, it's a reputable news source, so we're gonna look through here. Let's see. Right here, that's right, I saw this one. Here's a feel-good story for you. Colombian taxi driver and canine co-pilot spread Christmas. So, I mean, look at that. Look at how adorable that is. Dogs going in the taxi. Yeah, so people looking for a bit of Christmas merriment in the Colombian capital might find it in an unexpected place. They're targeting me with ads. Front seat of a taxi in the form of a costume canine co-pilot. Yeah, according to this article, taxi driver named Nicholas Walteros and his beloved dog Colonel, they took passengers around the city together, dressed in matching green Santa tops and hats, with aviator glasses and a fake fluffy beard resting on the dog's snout. So, and you can see he's got this. That's very adorable. There's probably some great quotes in here. Let's see. Colonel's a friend, a buddy. I can't explain what I have in my heart for him. His voice cracking. I'm sure that's probably extremely heartwarming for him to have a friend like that can hang out. I know. I miss my dog. Like, my dog was so cool, and he was that kind of friend. The dog has been riding shotgun daily for 3 years. Usually dressed in a police costume. All right. So I guess it makes him feel safe. And it probably deters some people from messing with him. Bogota is probably not a very fun place to be a cab driver. How likely am I to recommend? I'm actually extremely likely to recommend Reuters. No, I don't want to share. I actually am, because they are a reputable news source. What's up, timer? I thought I turned you off. Off, timer. All right. All right, so sorry. All right, let's do this. I'm just changing up the timer. Sorry, I don't mean to be all silent on you here. Check out that article. Pretty cool. You can, obviously go check it out yourself as well. Reuters. Check out the next one. We've got make sure, is this all coming through for y'all? Yeah, it's coming. Okay, cool. All right, so what's next? No, I don't want ads. I don't want ads. I don't want sponsored links. I just want to go back to that last page. And we're going to find another random one. I should be using the browser. You know what? Let me switch my browser up. Don't get all these ads. All right, switching the browser. There we go. Let me do something here real quick just to make it a little bit less, I don't know, browsery. Gonna do a little bit of this, and then we're gonna do a little bit of that, and we're gonna do this, and that, and then we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be fat. So, all right. Hopefully you can see this, and if not, you can definitely see the pictures. So that's cool. All right. Let me get this where it should be, like that. Cool. All right. I got to work on my transitions too. I just have that one right now for everything. It's kind of boring. I mean, it's a cool transition, but it's boring to have the same one every time. All right. So yeah, this is kind of a little bit, kind of good. That's good. All right. So, check this out. I know I'm slacking on the news reading here, but fine. That's a vibe. We're chilling right now. This is not a hurry up, and this is a let's hang out and read the news, talk, and build community, hang out together, meet each other. Yeah, browser is much more, and I'm going through a VPN, so if we get into the really weird zone, I'm not too worried about it. Got that NordVPN going on, not a sponsor. Also got myself some San Pellegrino, Tangerine, Wild Strawberry, Sparkling Water. Also not a sponsor. Surprisingly enough, they have not hit me up yet. So let's see here. I'm hoping any day now, they're gonna come knocking at my door. San Pellegrino, they're gonna be like, Mr. Di Giovanni. We hear that you like it, San Pellegrino water. Yeah, I know. For an Italian, I have a really bad Italian accent. It definitely is the fun of it all, dude. Absolutely is the fun of it all, Shitwolf. It's like the whole thing of it, really, is just that we, have fun. So, yeah, let me just test this out here. Did it work? I gotta look on Twitch to see. Ah, it didn't work. All right, well, it'll pop up. I'm still learning how timers work. Weird. You should be able to just say, do this every this often, or whenever I hit this button. But no, like button or commands don't seem. I gotta make the command and the timer, or maybe I gotta make a command and then have the timer. I gotta have the timer spam the command or whatever. Well, that's the thing for later. Right now, I'm getting back to the news here. Nothing super political. Yeah, this is interesting. Russian police arrest renegade priest in convent raid. This is a very interesting story. Renegade priest. Sounds cool. I mean, I would like. Aren't there are comic books about that, right? Police raided a convent near Russia's Ural Mountains and arrested a renegade priest who had seized control of the convent, and he encouraged the nuns to. Oh no! I'm not gonna read that part out loud. I'm not monetized or anything. I just don't want to read that part out loud. Trigger reasons and read it out loud. But yeah, wow. So he encouraged these nuns. He really got them all culted out, and then like he turned the convent into a cult. I mean, it's arguably. I guess the difference between a cult and a religion, really interesting. I just recently learned this because I'm like, isn't every religion kind of a cult? And so the difference though is that, you know, at least by most theological scholars' view, so look at this, and they took him 870 miles away from the convent and ordered him to remain in custody for 2 months. Wow. And there were like riot police, people shouting outside the convent. They chased out all the kids. They didn't even let people take warm clothes. They put the priest face down on the floor and beat him? Wow. I mean, to be fair, he was like trying to get people to like, you know, take their own lives, which is definitely not cool. Trying to get people in his thrall so that they would do what he told them to do, and then anyway, so dude, Gingerbread Monolith. Yeah, that's a good one. It's kinda I've been seeing it a lot, but I'll post it up. I'll rock it. Let's see here. Gingerbread Monolith. Yeah, this is actually a really funny one, so I will put it up. I saw this one on Facebook. I was trying to avoid like kind of more ones that I've been seeing a lot, these monolith ones. But I actually do want to talk about this monolith thing because it's not political. It's not, and it's not related to any illness. So, yeah, I would definitely. So let's see. This ginger. I mean, it might be like. See, my theory is that it is like kind of indirectly related to some illness, just related to the fact that people have to be kind of cooped up and they don't really have work. I mean, the metal ones, I feel like the metal ones are, and this quote is just classic right here. Looks like a great spot to get baked. So yeah, we'll talk about this story in particular in just a moment, but I just want to like, I just feel like I want to, my theory about these monoliths that are showing up is not, I mean, you know, it would be, I'm all for the idea that some some alien race is like busting these things out or whatever, like putting them here like 2001. But for one thing, as much as Arthur C. Clarke was a like extreme, amazing genius, he also I mean, he was not a prophet in the sense, I don't think, that he would be predicting this happening, and I don't think that he saw one of these things. So, I mean, I think as people saw 2001, they're metal workers, they're bored, they're, you know, chill people. Some people might say like hipsters or something, you know. They're chill people that saw 2001. They might even have some secret group on Facebook or one of the social media outlets somewhere, the Discord server, where they all get together and they talk about, you know, building these monoliths. You know, because everyone's out of work right now, including the guys that build stuff. Yo, Spamela! Oh, no, you're never late. Always on time. Everybody is always on time at the Gnome Zone. Nobody is ever late. You always come exactly when you're supposed to come. I showed up last night. I was starting to tell this story. I'm gonna tell it now. Getting sidetracked back and forth. But that is the beauty of this platform. You know, I'm not here to sit here, you know, it's not a YouTube thing where I'm like, here's your morning news in a condensed little segment, and I have it all edited, and you're gonna watch it, and you're gonna click on it and share it with your friends. No, that's not what it's about. This is about chilling out, reading some funny news stories, and Pamela, I've been telling them, and I'm gonna tell you, if you've got some weird news, as long as it's not political, I have, like, all right, the two main rules are that, well, three. The three main rules are, it cannot be overtly political, like related to anything that we've experienced this year in politics. I'm not even gonna mention any of the stories by their descriptors, right? So I'm not gonna say certain words. And also, nothing related to illness, at least not illness on a global scale in the way that we've been experiencing and hearing about incessantly, and just really just living with and dealing with for the past, you know, however long we've been all cooped up. I'm grateful for the being cooped up. So if personally, if, you know, it's rough sometimes, some days, you know, it's like, I really wish that I could go and chill with my friends and just like have a party and vibe out and play music and not have to worry about wearing masks, or, you know, if they're not wearing masks, like, is everyone at this party chill? Like, is everyone at this party smart enough to wear a mask when they're not wearing a mask? Like, or when they're not at this party, when they're out in the world? So yeah, I'm not gonna talk about all that though. Like, you know, I'll say mask, but I'm not gonna say the words. I'm not gonna say it. There's some trigger words. I refuse to say right now. Let me just adjust my chroma because everything seems to have changed. Yeah, so this is an ongoing learning process too. So with this whole thing, I'm constantly figuring out new techniques, and I've only been doing it for about a week. This color right here. You know what? Maybe I'll just do a pick screen color. This color right here. Okay. Come on. Similarity. No, why is it? See, why my face is nowhere near the color of that background, so why is it doing that to me? Why is it doing me like that? Alright, let me see if I... some weird... What if I just go here? Dark. Yeah, it's a little cooler. I feel like when my face is gone now, it's like gone, and then when it's not, that's cool. All right, so a little fuzzy. That's cool. All right, so I'm gonna get better at all this. Anyway, monoliths. Sorry, guys. Technical stuff. So the monoliths, the Gingerbread Monolith in San Francisco. Thanks for sending that one. I was actually checking that article out yesterday. Let me yeah, so this article, Mysterious Gingerbread Monolith. So resident Ananda Sharma said he went for a run in the park and spotted what he initially thought was a big post, but as he ran closer, he could smell the gingerbread. So this is some baker who was like, yo, I want to make one of those. Or a group of them. I mean, I think this would definitely require a coordinated effort. I think the monolith, like metal, the steel one, like maybe one. I mean, I don't know. I know some people who work with metal. But so I think one person could easily make one of those. It's just some flat pieces of metal welded together. And some of them are better than others. Some of them are real nice and smooth the whole way down. Like the one, I think the first one that they found was like that. And I've seen a few that are really nice. So yeah, and people are like, oh, it suddenly vanished. Like, it didn't suddenly vanish. The authorities actually took it down because it was, oh, there's the metal. That's what the top, see, that's the top piece. I guess the top broke off or something, or they just left it as a reminder. Aluminum, oh yeah, a crochet monolith. I know someone who might be down with that. Crochet an aluminum foil monolith. Like, yeah. I mean, you could also, yeah, I mean, with aluminum, you need a lot of aluminum foil. I don't know, maybe not. I mean, if you cover it with cardboard or something, or if you just like used wood and then covered it with aluminum foil, like super smoothed out, and then polished it up. Enjoy being! Whoa! Thankfully that was my empty beer bottle from last night, completely empty, not even a drop in it. Enjoy being. Thank you for following. Thank you for showing up. You're awesome. I really was so excited to meet you last night. Anybody who calls themselves Enjoy Being is pretty awesome in my book. So thanks for showing up here. We're just reading some weird news stories. If you have any suggestions, any weird news stories that you came across. So I haven't actually, I don't think, gone through all of the rules for everybody. I should have a timer or whatever, but whatever. So The first rule is that it's not political, overtly political or related to any of the like political stories that we've heard throughout the year. It can be like kind of, it can have some political undertones, I guess. The second one is that it can't be related to the illness that everyone's dealing with and whatever right now. And the third one is that it has to be from a reputable news source. So it can't just be like some Weekly World News Bat Boy or like, I'm all for Yeti theory, I actually personally think that the Yeti do exist, but that's because there's some kind of, it's mostly anecdotal evidence, but it's very, it's highly corroborated anecdotal evidence. So I don't know. I like to believe that there is a Yeti. So yeah, my chat is super far behind. So if it takes a minute before I read something that you say, it's because I'm lagging on the chat. You can tell if you hit !jump how far I'm lagging. Or if you just actually say something in the chat, you can see by the how long it takes for the little bubble to show up above your head that there's some lag. Futurism is totally fine as long as it's as long as it has some like science, there's some kind of science behind it. I'm down. Yeah, just like I said, that's the only rules really. Are that yeah, there you go. See, you said thank you, and it was like, man, it took so long for it to show up. See, so it takes that long for it to show up in the chat, and then for that to show up in there, and for time it takes for me to talk, and then it. Yeah. So enjoy being. What do you do on your stream? I think I went to check it out last night, and I mean, by the time I met you, it was very late. I had just done my own full moon ceremony, which I hope you checked out. If people want to check that out, it's on my Twitch, and I'm going to put it in my Discord as well. I'm just going to put probably most of my good recordings that I enjoy in the Discord, and eventually I may make it so that the older ones are available to my Patreon supporters and subscribers on Twitch and such. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm kind of playing this by ear. I haven't even reached affiliate status yet. So if anybody's out there listening that's not on Twitch, get on there and give me a follow, please. You will thank me for it. I promise. You'll find something on here that you dig, even if it's not me. And it is way better than whatever toxic, inferior social media platform you're watching on right now. I promise you. You will be. I don't know. I can't say it's for everybody, but if you're looking for a little something different in your media experiences and a little more actual interaction with people that you can actually feel like you look up to and they admire you just for being there, they're grateful for your presence. I am grateful for your presence here. I'm so glad that we can get together on a, Thursday morning, Wednesday morning. My days and nights are confused. I don't necessarily know what time it is. I don't know what day it is. But I do know that nice, a Mother 32. You paint, play trumpet, I have a Mother 32. I might have to ask you some stuff about that, because I don't have a Mother 32, but I do have a Behringer Crave, which is supposedly the same thing or something. It's like based on it. It's a clone, but I don't know that it sounds the same, but I think that the same. Oh, this is real life. Absolutely. I actually have never used the phrase in real life, other than if I was talking about a celebrity, saying like, oh yeah, his characters are pretty cool, but in real life, he's actually a jerk. Like that's the only time I really use that phrase. I don't use it when I'm talking about being off the internet, because I would rather it's AFK, away from keyboard. I'm not here. If I'm not here, I'm living life. When I am here, I'm living life. Yeah, I've made so many friends in the last week that I really feel like I can actually call friends. And like I have, quote friends on Facebook that I don't know that they're really my friends. Like, wouldn't hang out with them like at a party. Most of a lot of the people that I'm connected to on Facebook, I wouldn't be chilling with. So, it's weird. But yeah, I on Twitch, you find your real friends. Like, I'm finding my real friends right away. Like, people who truly are interested in what I'm doing, who are truly doing interesting and inspiring things themselves, and who want to share and collaborate and create and just spread love and positivity. And it's so easy to just boot the trolls. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's so much less conducive to trolling or negativity, because my bot will just boot you. Start talking smack, or you start spamming or trolling people, like, or one of my mods will, one of my awesome friends that I like make mods because I know that they're good people and that they won't just go randomly banning people, So yeah, or an admin. Yeah, I mean, Twitch admin will if they're persistent and they keep changing their name or something, I would just contact Twitch and they would track them down and root them out. Dude, past few years enjoy being. Yeah, man, I just got on here last week, and I mean, I have some real friends. I absolutely have some real friends in my life, like people that are amazing. This guy Shitwolf here, Pamela, who looks like left, but also, great friend, great person, enjoy hanging out with and learning what they're doing and all that. Oh, Nightbot is telling you to stop spamming. See what I'm saying? That's the way it be. Yeah, Spamela. That's cool. My stream avatars actually just doesn't show people unless they're chatting actively, so I don't see them. I got 4 people though. I need one more person to come in here. I absolutely need one more person, and I need to tell Nightbot to STFU, dude. Nightbot needs to chill. You know what? I'm gonna actually unmod Nightbot because I have another bot. Except I need to actually unmod and not unnod. What? Nightbot's just a user? Oh, that's right. No, Nightbot can talk all the smack Nightbot wants to talk, because Nightbot can't do shit about it. Yeah, dude, that's actually kind of cool. I'm gonna leave Nightbot to say shit like that just because, but I might make him say something weird when people spam emotes like, "Yo, keep spamming emotes, bro," like or something, you know, spam those emotes. Like I want people to spam emotes. I don't know why Nightbot would be set up like that. Working on own bots, which will run on a Raspberry Pi. Oh, nice. Make them a parrot. Dude, that's sweet. So the bots will just be on their own server. All right, yeah. Let's check out a different story. We talked about monoliths for a minute. Nice. Well, let me know, man. I've got a couple Raspberry Pis kicking around, so... I think I've got like a 3B and a 2. I've got a 0. I've got every number, all the numbers. Except for there's a 5 now, isn't there? I don't have a 5. Oh, that's awesome. Nightbot, shut up, dude. I'm gonna mute Nightbot. Ban Nightbot for now. Nightbot's banned. Hired a Nightbot. Spam emotes. Spam those emotes. So much love. Enjoy being so much love. It's so much love. Jeez. I don't know how many times I have felt that and said that in the last week. But I really feel it. It's not just like something that we say here. It's a real thing. So, there's my lag, guys. Look at my lag. All right. So, find some other cool, weird news. This was the Russian police arresting the priest. Yeah. I don't want to get too into that one. More. I'm getting kind of random with it. So, world's ugliest orchid. I don't know. I mean, I would say it's definitely not a prize specimen. It's pretty funky looking. This back here. Yeah, that's pretty weird. You use that as a background. Do some weird stuff with that. Let me see here. This here. All right. Yeah, that's weird. That's a funky looking thing, man. I don't know what else to say. Does look like it could eat you. I am the world's ugliest power. I will eat you. All right. Guys, if I'm having too much fun, if you think I'm having too much fun, GTFOH. You need to have more fun. Let's see here. Happy New Year, everybody. By the way, I don't really, I don't really do the New Year's holidays in general, like weird markers that we put in the year. I do like, I celebrate full moons, and I celebrate solstices, and I celebrate being alive every day. celebrate life. So, I like to. Actually, this holiday season that we just have been going through here, I've been kind of responding when people say happy holidays. I'll say happy every day. So yeah, because that's how I feel about it. I want people to have a happy every day. Why do we need to confine it to this one specific time of year? That we're nice to people, that we actually give a shit about society. It's like all of a sudden on Christmas, everybody's a socialist, then the rest of the year they're full of greed. Anyway, I don't mean to get too deep and negative here. I definitely not my jam. Fun definitely keeps you young. I think that's part of the reason my dad is very young looking, and he always has been. I'm 43 years old. I care. And most people don't think that. I have a son that's 22, and people think that my son is my brother. They think, they look at me and they're like, you have a son that's 22? What the hell? Right now, I look a little haggard right now. It's been a while since I've done any kind of real grooming. I think I'm not alone in that these days. Not a whole lot of motivation for grooming, and although I guess live streaming every day might be a motivation for some people, but I just got this camera yesterday. Oh wow, this shirt is really cool with this effect. I didn't even notice that until now. Let me just add this layer. Oh, now it's even cooler. Yeah, so anyway, I gotta get some different transition in there too. Let's see. All right. So, what were we looking at? We were looking at weird news, weren't we? Oh no, I don't want to even see that. Why do I have that face on my screen right now? I don't want that face. I was gonna try and crop it, but so I don't have the scroll bar. But let's see. No, that's related to this whole thing. There's too much. I want the non-traditional news stories, like weird. Whoa, this is crazy. Yo, this is what I'm talking about. Hyper-realistic masks. So, if you are stressed out about wearing a mask, you feel like you just really don't want to wear a mask, because it hides your identity, it makes it so that you're faceless. Here you go. I'm using OBS. Just the vanilla. No stream. Look at the detail on the pores. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just vanilla OBS. I got some plugins, but I don't use the Streamlabs one. Just because I've heard from more pro streamers that that's not the way to go, that it's better to just use the original one. Why that one? Well, it's free, for one thing, which is, always good in my category. There's a lot of information available on it, and it definitely does need some love in terms of the UI. Yeah, it's open source and it's free. It can be extended and modified, and it actually is super powerful, and it doesn't use a lot of resources, like very little resource usage. It's extremely efficient. You can load up all kinds of stuff, and everything is just like XML references, I think. I haven't looked too deeply into how it stores the information, but yeah, I haven't really looked too deeply into how it stores the information, but I do know that it's Alright, so we'll watch a little slideshow here. So I don't know that it what were we talking about? Alright, a little spacey this morning. Had full moon ceremony, and then I was up until about 6. And then I woke up again at about 9:30. And I've been up since then, so I'm a little spaced out. Oh, I gotta do this. That's better. So, yeah, this is crazy. This mask is like wild. I'm super impressed. I mean, I definitely recommend checking out this article right here. I mean, I've heard some stuff. I've heard this woman who used to be the disguise, the director of disguise at the FBI, and she was telling this story about how she went to meet George H.W. Bush. I think is the older, the first one. It doesn't matter. She went to meet the president at the time, and he was. She basically talked all about this disguise technology that she had, you know, and how great it was and undetectable. And he was like, "Oh, really?" And he was like, "Well, let's see it." And she's like, you're looking at it right now. So, yeah, I mean, they got that. And he like went around and tried to look and see if he could find any seams or like any place where it looked weird. Yeah, so definitely interesting stuff. I kind of look like I am one of those masks right now, don't I? Yes, that is my music in the background. You can check it out on YouTube. I gotta get hotkeys set up so I can spam stuff, but for now, this track is called Shadows Dance. Alright, so, yeah, that's about all I can do with my face. I mean, I can do some crazy things, I'm just figuring it out, so. Let me see here. So nice, we got vibes going on in here. I need one more person to cross that one more threshold for affiliate status. Hang on a second here. I gotta answer this message real quick. mechanical keyboards and reverb. They go weird together. So, let's see. I mean, I've had it be musical a few times. Usually it's not. I'm gonna have to take a break here in a minute. Nature calling me and hydrate. But I'm gonna keep going streaming here for a little while probably. I gotta let the dogs out and stuff. I might leave a little auto playlist going of my music with some trippy visuals while I'm gone. But everybody is welcome to hang out, stick around. I got 5 people! I got 5 people who just came in here. Who's here? Maybe I look out of this window? Somebody. Sorry, I don't mean to call out the lurkers. I'm just really excited. I had 5 people, and I said it, and they left because I called out the lurker. Gotta keep. You still? Yeah, I need 5 on it, but I did. I got 5. I need 5 people chatting, basically. But it'll get there. I think by the time I have 50 followers, it'll be there anyway. Like, I'll have gotten that by the time I have 50 followers. I'm up to 25, I think. I'm so grateful. Yeah, going into that room last night, enjoy being. When I walk, I feel like I walk in. I dropped into that room after doing my full moon ceremony, and I was like, just bombarded with love, and it was just amazing. I came in and was like, oh, this is so cool. I am going to host this channel right now. So I did, and I was like, and they were like, oh, if you're not following, then follow. I was like, oh, I followed and I hosted. And then someone gifted me a sub. And then I met this Enjoy Being. And just, yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm really not stressing about it. It's like, I'm not stressed about getting the numbers. It's just exciting when I do. 50, yeah, I'll get there. I'm up to 25 and I've only been on here a week. Just gotta put it out there. That's really what it is. Put it out there and, reach out to people that you feel like are cool, like streamers that you think are actually good people. People like, Aaron Goldberg is a good one to reach out to. Yerba Mateo, Bid Heresy, this guy Shitwolf here is amazing. Yeah, so those are some of the people that have really already helped me out a lot. Coyote Wildfire is a guy that I used to work with, and he's a gaming streamer, and he's got some thousands of followers. So he got me like 7, I think. I dropped into his room one day and ended up with 7 new followers. So, just go in there and you say, hey, you let people know what you're doing. Get some good content. I mean, they say content is king, right? So I've just been working on, if nothing else, being prolific in my content creation. So, like, even if it's not all perfect or the best, it is what it is, and it's out there, and I'm doing what I need to do to get it out there, as opposed to just like sitting on it. I used to follow the Thelonious Monk philosophy of like, if you've got a good idea, then you should keep it under your hat or whatever, and like refine it until it's perfect. But that's a really good way to like never put anything out there. I feel like it's actually quite possible that, you know, I think it was Thelonious Monk. It might have been Dizzy Gillespie who said that. Either way, one of those things, like, imagine how much cool music they would have put out if they had a more open philosophy about what they put out there. So I don't know. Thinking out loud. I do it all the time. It's one of the reasons why I really actually am interested in this platform, because it gives me an opportunity to think out loud and kind of talk to myself, but also have other people there to vibe with and bounce off of, and you know, hear what they have to say too. I want, you know, I want this to be a community where we learn from each other, where we grow together, and you know, we laugh and we cry, and we look out for each other. Getting choked up a little bit, just a little bit. Been happening a lot lately. So, fake faces. I mean, yo, you think Facebook is fake? About as fake as it gets right here. Yeah, super real though. Look at hyper real. I mean, that's the deep fake physical version. Alright, cool. Cool, alright. Physical human synthesis. Modular human synthesis. What do you need? You need a new face? We give you a new face. What else you need? We got prosthetic everything. I have no issues if people want to alter their bodies in any way. Just for the record, I think that people should be enjoy being. I'm proud of you for being awesome. Yes, it's so much excitement. I'm just super excited. And I'm down to put myself out there and be a vulnerable human being. This is who I am. I'm not perfect. I got flaws. I laugh a lot about things that some people might not think are funny. And I cry a lot about things that people might not think are sad. And I cry about things that make me extremely happy, quite often. And I laugh about things that make me sad, because I don't know what else to do about it. So, rescue cat, Don's suits. Let's get some more feel-good animal news here. Rescue cats don Santa suits for a perfect Korean Christmas. No way I can get rid of this toolbar. I know there's like a hotkey for it. I'm just, oh, where'd it go? Alright, so, anyway, what could be more endearing than a room full of cats in red and white Santa costumes, each complete down to a hood with a white bauble and a belt? Holiday season, come home to the Cat Cafe in Seoul, where you can cuddle up to around 130 feline friends at tables decked out with tiny Christmas trees. Especially this year, it is hard to feel the festive atmosphere, but it was great to see cute cats wearing Santa suits and feel like Christmas is nearing, said 22-year-old visitor Cha Sung-ju. Park Seo-young opened the Cat Garden Cafe in 2016 to take in cats rescued off the streets or that were the subject of failed adoptions, a situation that has worsened this year. The number of abandoned pets increased by about 3.7% in the first half of 2020 compared to the same period last year, according to South Korea's Ministry of Agriculture, Food, and Rural Affairs. Wow. A lot of abandoned pets. I guess people are feeling like they can't afford their pets. I thought this was going to be a feel-good story. No, it was a sad story. The one at the East View? Oh no. I have not. I already have one cat, and she doesn't like other cats, so I can't get another one. Yeah, I lived in Puerto Rico, and there were a lot of cats. There's actually a place, and dogs. More dogs. So many dogs. There's a place in Old San Juan, though. If anybody's ever been to Old San Juan, Puerto Rico, it's a beautiful place. If you haven't been there, check it out. Pretty cool place, and it's in the United States. So if you're a U.S. citizen, you want to go there, you don't need a passport or anything. It's pretty cheap if you fly from Florida. Anyway, place in Old San Juan. And it's a good place just to support the economy there because they're Americans and they get shit on. You know. So anyway, yeah. So there's a spot in Puerto Rico, this little house in Old San Juan, right on the water. And there's just cats everywhere. Just like massive amounts of they're just everywhere. They're coming in and out of the windows and the doors, and yeah. And dogs as well. There's a lot of dogs down there. The house that I lived in Puerto Rico, there were hundreds of dogs. Let me give a shout out to Audrey there. Amigos de los Animales. She is doing she's doing some good work. Amigos de los Animales, Puerto Rico. My friend Audrey. And she has a house in the outskirts of San Juan in the beach area there, and I actually have some pictures from the spot as well. But yeah, so Perla, I knew Perla. Okay, so I know this doggy, Perla. All right, so she's got all these dogs. Her owner died. Perla's owner died. So, she's got a lot of dogs though. Usually she's got anywhere between like 65 and 100 dogs in the shelter, just in her house. But her house has been modified, so it's got like the concrete outside the runs with the trenches and the she's always, she's often looking for people to come help volunteer. So if you want to go to Puerto Rico and have some service to be performing, help somebody out, look her up. She's great. Great woman. Great friend. She's like another mom or an aunt to me. She really helped me out too. I stayed with her for a while down there. So yeah, so she's always, if you love animals and you're good with animals, she's always looking for people to help out. So let's see. Let's look at a different source. I'm getting tired of Reuters. So I think NPR has a weird news. Weird news. HuffPost could go with the HuffPost. Let's go with the other side. Let's see what Fox News got. Fox News actually has always been good for like weird news and just absurdity in general. So, oh, that's bad. I don't want to read that one. Whoa, this is cool. All right. Looks like we got the animal story theme kind of going on here. Yeah, the animal stories. Yeah, that's better. It's weird when I turn the reverb down a certain amount. Compression, EQ, turn off the mod. Yeah, that's better. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. I need to just change this to... I'm figuring out this effects processor still, so... What's going on? We got double. Where's this other sound coming from? Oh, it's coming from here. Fox News. I don't want that. Get banged by Fox News for copyright because their stupid videos spammed my stream. They would do that, probably. Alright, let's see. And yeah, Camel at the Bed Bath & Beyond. That's kind of cool. Let me get back to the article here. Yeah, so, oh, sorry, Bath and Body Works. Actually, Bed Bath & Beyond would be almost feel more like appropriate just because it's a big store. Bath and Body Works, it's like a tiny little place most of the time. It is. It's like it's a little small. It's like the Body Shop or whatever. Is the Body Shop still a thing? Or did it turn into Bath and Body Works? Block all Fox rule in my DNS. Yeah, I should have a lot of stuff going on with my DNS. Honestly, I should have a DNS server. That would be like probably. I mean, I guess I do. I have a cable modem router, which has a built-in DNS server, doesn't it? So pie hole. I'll put it in my pie hole. What is it doing this for? Oh, it's still doing it. Damn Fox. I guess I'm not looking at Fox. We're not looking at this because it's giving us music. I don't want someone else's sound going on right now, especially not some commercial stuff. So, yeah, we're looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. Probably looks pretty cool right now. I don't know. Let's see. So, let me go to... Where was I? Oh, weird news, right? Back. Oh, yeah, okay, weird news. DuckDuckGo. SF Gate. I don't know. Ripley's Believe It or Not. NPR. NPR weird news stories. We'll go with those. Like I said, I like facts. I'm not, I don't really care about. I'll read news from any source, regardless of their political leaning or bias. Because I know, usually, I know what their political bias is already. So if I'm reading it, then I can just read it through that lens and just pull the facts out. Because there's always, in a reputable news source, even Fox News, they're very, generally pretty politically biased, but they're not. They don't post blatant lies as much as so if you actually read the article, they kind of just cherry pick certain parts of the article and take them out of context for the headline. And actually Fox has gotten better about it. It's interesting in this age of post-truth and alternate facts. Fox News, who kind of pioneered that stuff, I feel has kind of backpedaled a little bit, and they're kind of we should probably do a little more fact checking, and still keep supporting our, because it, kind of discredits your entire agenda if you don't check your facts before you report them. The only people that are going to believe what you're saying, if you don't have evidence, are people who already believed it or would have believed it anyway. So, and that's any political view, any kind of religious view that you might have, that you might be, I don't want to say stuck in, but that you might be devoted to. I have my own spiritual devotions, more monoliths. Rats that coat themselves in poison. Oh, this is cool. I like this. North Korean former gymnast fled to South Korea by jumping fence. So, a North Korean man seeking to escape his homeland took a nearly 10-foot leap of faith earlier this month. The jump, which occurred under, or more accurately, over, the noses of soldiers, brought him to safety in South Korea, where he told troops he wanted to defect. It's no surprise that the man claims he is a former gymnast. The unnamed man, who is described as being in his late 20s, crossed into South Korea through the demilitarized zone at around 7 p.m. So he evaded capture for 14 hours. Yeah, that's kind of serious. That's a difficult endeavor. Just getting into that demilitarized zone. Sorry. Just getting into the. Oh, thank you, Joby. Yeah, I worked on voices my whole life. I should. This is a really good opportunity for me to really get into experimenting with my voices. I've always wanted to do stand-up comedy as well, so this is kind of a version of that. Sit-down comedy. At the moment, I'm sitting down because it's still morning. Oh, for me, in my world. Even though I was up at 9, yeah. So, If the man's story is accurate, it's all the more remarkable because he managed to avoid detection by North Korean troops, evade landmines, and not trigger sensors on the surrounding fences. Yeah, you kinda gotta wonder. Kinda gotta wonder. It might be a spy. You know? Might be South Korean. No. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they can really, like, you can't tell the difference. You can't tell the difference between a North Korean and a South Korean, even if you're from one of those places, because there's no like racial or, you know, there's no distinction between them ethnically. They're the same people. They just ended up on different sides of the line at the end of the Korean War. Oh, that was a little too glitchy. At the end of the Korean War, they ended up on different sides of the line, and so, you know, but a lot of them are super related. And it must be Santa Claus coming over the fence. Yeah, I mean, he had to like be pretty fly. Definitely had to be pretty fly to get over those landmines. How do you do that? I mean, in September, North Korean troops shot to death a South Korean fisheries official who mistakenly drifted into the North's territorial waters. So, and said that the killing was due to Seoul's improper control of a citizen. That's intense. That's hilarious. Totalitarian regimes, though, I mean, that's the way it goes. Be careful, folks. I'm not going to get political here, like in terms of, you know, U.S. politics and endorsements or whatever. I don't support any of it, really. But I support all of it at the same time. I support whatever people need to do. I don't know. It's really hard to say in terms of how I feel about the existence of government and the need for the existence of government, I guess, is the part that the mystery of the mummified Twinkie. I don't want to get political. Not too political, at least. Not with the news, you know. It's really hard to be an artist and a creator and not have some sort of a political stance. Like, and I feel like people who don't generally come across as kind of phony. And like, no matter what their political stance may be, if they don't have one, like, what's his name? The Jimmy Fallon? He's great. He's hilarious. Like, super funny guy. I think he's like actually a genuinely nice guy. Not a very smart guy. But he never gets political. Like, he never really he might like get I think he maybe did recently the mummy voice. Which mummy voice? They recreated a mummy's voice? How did they do that? I want to see that article. Hang on a minute. Put this one up properly, though. There we go. Yeah, mummified Twinkies. So these box of Twinkies, left alone for 8 years, held some surprises for Colin. That's a hard name. Colin Perling. Let me try and say it properly. A box of Twinkies, left alone for 8 years, held some surprises for Colin Purrington. Upon having a sugar craving combined with being just so bored with the pandemic, Purrington opened the box a few weeks ago. Like many people, Purrington believed that Twinkies are basically immortal, although the official shelf life is 45 days. He removed a Twinkie from the box, unwrapped it, it looked fine, and then he took a bite. Then he retched. He retched. And thus the illusion was crushed. But it was crushed. His illusion was crushed. He was like, oh my God, why did I do that? I really shouldn't have eaten that old ass Twinkie. Purrington. I think that may be the way that he pronounces it. It's like Purrington. But it's really hard to do unless you have an effects processor. Yo, let me find that article. Maybe we can listen to it. Mummy's voice. So this dude just straight ate an old Twinkie. Really old Twinkie. Yeah. So. Is that the wrong window? Yeah, it is. No, it's not. I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, so this Twinkie. Damn. Yeah, that was a cool transition. So this Twinkie right here. Oh, look at that. Yo, how would you think that was cool to eat? Like, I guess this one here looks just fine. It looks delicious. Like a Twinkie. It looks as delicious as a Twinkie usually can look. Which is not that delicious most of the time. Alright, so I found that article about the mommy's voice. Talk like an Egyptian. Everybody's talking like an Egyptian. That's cool. Maybe we'll have a phase, a fad of talking like an Egyptian. I guess you don't know what his accent sounded like or what his. So let's see. What's his voice sound like? He sounds like a sheep. No, you know what? Actually, huh? So yeah, I know people that are from like northern Africa area, Egypt, Sudan, Somalia, and actually their voices do kind of sound like that kind of tonal range a lot of the time. So I get that. I can see that. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird. It seems kind of far-fetched. Let's read the article a little more in depth. I want to learn what the science is. What we've done is to create the sound of Nesyamun, as he is in his sarcophagus, said the study co-author, Professor David Howard, head of the Department of Electronic Engineering at Royal Holloway, University of London. It's not a sound from his speech as such, as he is not actually speaking. Really? You don't say. So they didn't actually get him to say something. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous that they have to say that. It's not a sound from his speech as he's not actually speaking. Like, really? All right, so let's see. They revealed they took CT scans. Yeah. So you were right. X-rays, CT scans are just X-rays basically. They're like 3-dimensional X-rays. At least I think so. I don't know. You guys get to see my cricket teeth. Yeah. So, let's see. This is super fun, guys. You know, anybody who's here, anybody who's watching on Facebook, YouTube, whatever, come on over to Twitch. If you are, somebody happens to be watching on YouTube, I really doubt it. I just use it to record things. So, yeah, I don't really advertise that I stream on YouTube. Not my jam. I'm not a YouTube streamer, brat. I'm not lit enough. Fam. Gotta get lit, fam. Like and subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. And click that bell icon or else you'll miss out on all my great news. Every time I post a new video, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna get some FOMO. You get some serious FOMO. Yeah, you guys just got to see my mess for a second, probably. I need to clean up. I definitely gotta do some cleaning at some point in the very, very foreseeable future. So, Lit fam! Yes, son. See, I'm more of a like, I'm just a little more old school than that. You know, I grew up in the, you know, I came of age, I would say, in the 90s, 80s, 90s. You know, by the time the 2000s, I have a son who's a millennial. Oh, I do. I put effects in my stuff, but yeah, I definitely. Most of my songs that are up right now are just straight live jams, and I didn't have the effects processor hooked up until just last week. It's still not really proper because it's like falling over when I go to use it. This Chaos Pad needs to be on a more stable surface. Otherwise, I just end up like, Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be right back, y'all. Just if you guys want to hang out, it'd be great. 12 years behind me. Yeah. In front. Younger? Older? Older? Younger? I don't know. I don't look at time as... It's hard for me to see time in a physical way, so I don't know whether it's behind or in front. There are some cultures that see time as moving backwards. Some cultures, like... I think there are like some tribal cultures in South America where they see, and I think the Aborigines as well of Australia, the original people of Australia, First Nation people of Australia. I really do like to be proper about how I refer to people, just because it's more appropriate, it's more accurate. They were the first people of Australia. of what we now call Australia. Anyway, they see time as the other way around. So like because things that have already happened are in front of you because you can see them. Like you can see what has happened already, and therefore it's in front of you, and what hasn't happened is behind you because you haven't seen it yet. So they think of time almost like a different way of thinking of yourself in relation to time and space. Like, I'm just here, and time and space are moving past me, and so the past is behind me, coming up on me from behind, and so, or the perspective of that we are moving forward into the future, so I feel like it's kind of I feel like maybe it's a distinction between having a passive awareness of reality, or a passive kind of view of reality, and an active one. So like if you have a passive view of reality, things are happening to you, life is happening to you, and you're observing it and you're part of it, but you're not necessarily in control of it. And you don't have any kind of necessarily, you're here, you're in it, you're in the moment, and time is moving around you. Kind of a different perspective from our, Western perspective, our modern Western perspective, which is that I'm doing something. I'm moving forward into the future. I'm pushing. Yes, time is absolutely a human construct, enjoy being. Totally is. At least like time as we know it. Like, yeah, time is definitely very much real in that, well, what's real is change. Like that's the real thing that time is measuring, is change. So, change is real. Change is the only thing that's real. It's the only thing that's constant. The only thing that doesn't ever change is that everything is always changing. So, anyway, I'm going to take just one moment to myself here, have a quick little refreshment. And I'll be right back, though. If you guys want to hang, get to know each other, have fun, shout out, post some links to some weird news up in the chat. That'd be great. I'm really enjoying this morning, and thank you all for being here. I gotta let the dogs out. I forgot I'm here alone with the dogs. So yeah, chill, relax, listen to some. Let me switch up the tunes a little bit. I really don't have a lot of tracks as the thing right now. I need to. I'm gonna put on this recording here that I did. All right. There we go. A little different tune. Let the dogs out. Let the dogs out. Let the dogs out. All right, I'm kind of back. I'm still just chilling here. But dogs are mouthy. Nice. We got another article to check out. Let's Cleaning is definitely high on the priority list today. Get a legit green screen coming. So I want to clean up so that I can have some space. But I got 10 by 12 foot green screen, so I can hang it from the ceiling, and it'll take up a good amount of space. To be able to have full-on backgrounds and be able to key it out properly, because it's hard to key it out. It's hard to key out random colors, so getting that nice bright green, chroma green. Hey, we got a UPI news story here. We got dog adopted by per request by Enjoy Being. Thank you very much for the request. This is Circuit. Circuit's my friend. He makes beautiful sounds. Doesn't really have a name other than the one that I really should give her a name. And this is my take a little mini tour of my studio in a weird way. Chaos Pad, where I do my weird vocal effects. So if you hear me jamming out on the vocoder, jamming down, jamming out, jamming out on the vocoder. I gotta adjust my levels. I don't know why it's coming through. I think I need to fix this thing because it only comes through one channel. Juggling streams? Heck yeah. Juggle it up, dude. I do it all day. I'm watching one stream, listening to another one. Watching one, listening to another. Kind of just vibing out. Seeing how they mash, seeing how they mix. Yo, why is it that DJ Void Play doesn't have his own Twitch? Is he just part of Slime Boys or what? Do you know Enjoy Being? Big shout out to Slime Boys. Yo, Slime Boys. The Slime Boys, I believe it is. Should definitely check out that channel. They do cool stuff. It's really funny. I was doing all this stuff with OBS yesterday, experimenting, coming up with these cool effects. Did my little thing, dropped over there, and he was doing a very, very similar thing with his visuals. So it was cool. It was cool to see oh, that's obviously my family. Oh, he is the Slime Boys? Okay. Cool. Alright, they're a crew. Okay, and they just all use one Twitch account. Cool. That's sweet. Yeah, they're definitely on my auto host jammy. 'Cause yeah, very cool. very cool stuff, good vibes, you know, rocking out. So I'm gonna get a little more weird here. Let's see. I'm gonna read this news article. Dog adopted by soccer player after interrupting game in Bolivia. A professional soccer game in Bolivia came to a temporary halt when a dog with a shoe in its mouth ran out onto the field. I definitely want to talk to them. Yeah, dude. I don't know if it's a Twitch team. It's a channel. Dude, they do really cool stuff with visuals. And, yeah, just so cool. So cool. Yeah, I mean, I told you, I dropped in that room and gave him a big up, and I rehosted. And I was like, yeah, rehosting for what it's worth. And someone was like, oh, here's a gift sub. Gotten like 5 of those now. It's great. Yeah, just random people being like, hey, you need some cool emotes. I want you to stand out in the channel. Really nice. So, this article is from The Guardian. Oh, they have original short stories. Cool. I want to do a poetry. Definitely want to have a poetry show where I read my own poetry, if I've written any recently, if I can find any that I dug up, and other people's poetry as well. I actually have a friend in Vermont, or I guess he's in Connecticut now. He sent me a book of his poems and haikus, and he's a great guy, and he's, you know, having a tough go of it, like a lot of us are right now. So he sent me like a stack of his little haiku booklets. So if anybody, I'm gonna probably have a stream where I read them out, but if anybody wants a little booklet of haikus, I don't know, hit me up, send me an address or whatever, I'll send you one. Limited supply, but yeah, just send me a message or whatever. And like I said, I'll probably do a stream where I'm reading them as well. I just want to make sure that I have his permission to do that first. I'm sure he wants me to distribute them, but I'm not sure that he wants me to read them. He might want to read them, so I might just have him, you know, and just restream his audio like through my phone or something, and just have him read them, or whatever. So, and I'll just make visuals and live score while he reads it. I was actually talking to a gaming streamer last night, Yerba Mateo. If you guys don't know Yerba Mateo, check him out. Check him out. The Yerb. Great freaking dude. I don't know. I'm in upstate New York, man. Enjoy being. Not far at all. What part of Pennsylvania? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to tell me the town or anything, just the like area. I mean, you don't have to tell me anything, honestly. You can tell me, you can say, I don't really feel like sharing that. You know, it's all, I don't ever want anybody to feel like they need to share anything that they don't feel comfortable sharing. But yeah, Pennsylvania, I'm in upstate New York, like Rochester area, so. Probably wouldn't take too long. He just sent them to me from Connecticut, and they took like 2 days, so. Mail has been screwy lately, though. My brother sent a priority mail package from Long Island to Rochester. Oh, nice. Yeah, I could mail it to you. It's literally just a little tiny pamphlet, so you know, just a stamp. It's not even a big deal. Probably have a whole thing of them just laying around. Some of those forever stamps. I never use them. So yeah, I kind of got sidetracked from this news article. But that's what this is about, right? Isn't it? I guess it's just, you know, being here. And, you know, we came to read some weird news, but really we came to chill. We came to hang out, and the weird news is like kind of it's just a cool little pretense, little backdrop, something to keep the conversation going and keep the video interesting, you know. Maybe someone will watch it on YouTube, like being like, oh, weird news, and then they'll check it out and be like, yeah, you can just like whisper it to me, or let's see, does this work? I don't think this works yet. Let me put a Discord invite in here. Open up my Discord. Should have my Discord open while I'm streaming, shouldn't I? It's kind of the thing, isn't it? I'm such a noob. I'm a noob. I'm an old noob too. Like, so it's like the worst kind of noob. So let me just invite some friends. Copy that on over to the Twitch. Absolutely, stream of consciousness. And like, if I'm gonna be on here for multiple hours at a time, like you definitely, I'm not the type of dude, I can follow a schedule. So if somebody else, if I had like a manager who was like, yeah man, here's your schedule, here's what you need to do like this day, and here's what you're doing this day, and you know, here's what you do, here's what you need to prepare for that. So, yeah, welcome to the Discord. Thanks for joining the Discord. Enjoy being. Appreciate that. Yeah, anybody wants to join that Discord, click on that link. It expires in a day. You're welcome to come hang out. I usually even I've got a voice channel I'm usually, you know, it's open. If it's not, just ding me up. You want to talk in person, you want me to hear your voice, and you don't want to like do a stream or whatever, you want to just talk to somebody, hit me up. I'm here chilling. My only agenda really is to enjoy being. So, you know, thank you for reminding me of that every single time I see your name. Awesome. So awesome. I'm just moving stuff around here, playing around. Game avatars here, it's kind of fun. Nobody's in there because I have it set up so that you only show up in the stream avatars if you've said something in the chat in the last, like, I think 5 minutes or something like that, or maybe it's like less than that. I don't know. I'm getting choked up here, guys. Seriously, I am feeling deeply moved. I mean, I can't even, you know, I see people like Aaron Goldberg, who, another big shout out. Huge shout out to Aaron Goldberg. like probably one of the main reasons that I decided to really start doing this, like really decided that this could be a thing that I could do. Was watching him, hanging out with him. And trying to think who else did. This is the time when I'm doing some shout outs here. I'm just gonna put all these shout outs out here. Go check out these people. They're wonderful. Obviously, my dude already here, you guys know. Yeah. This guy. He's pretty big. A lot of people know him. He's getting real big, but this guy, very handsome Billy. Pretty big, but he still says hi to everybody who comes into his room. Enjoy being Aaron was the final component. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, the wolf here, he was the one that was like, dude, you really should. Like, I was thinking about it already because, you know, I just wanted to be able to, I did some live streaming, like, back when it was, like, Shoutcast radio. Like, that was the main kind of platform for it, for live streaming, and it wasn't super popular. It was like, if you had Winamp, you might use it. But otherwise it wasn't like a huge popular thing, and it was pretty hard to promote a stream back then in any way. It wasn't really a platform for it like this. It was more just kind of like you put a stream out there and then you put links out there to your stream. Yeah. And then you working on not saying and and just not saying anything at all instead. So yeah, this article is interesting. Let's get back to it real quick. We didn't even really read it, so. The vibes are getting a little funky, a little trippy in here, right? All right. I guess that's how we go. This is a jam that I recorded last week. I've already used it in a few streams. It's kind of like been my go-to background music for the last week or so. Let's turn it down a little bit though. Just so it's not overwhelming. Everything. Oh, we could just vibe. It's got a cool vibe. Here, turn that down. Here. Coming in hot. Right at the end. I don't know. I feel like I must have turned up the levels right at the end or something because it came in real hot. So. This is a groove. This is a nice groove. I like it. I feel good about this groove. Alright, so. Professional soccer game in Bolivia came to a temporary halt when a dog with a shoe in its mouth ran out into the field. The game in Potosi was paused for several minutes when the dog, carrying a soccer shoe, ran out onto the field during a game between the Strongest and Nacional Potosi. Players and officials chased the dog around the field, and one of the players was able to pick up the canine and carry it to the sidelines. Raul Castro, a player for the Strongest, later announced he is adopting the dog, who is dubbed Cachito by fans. Raul Castro. Player for the Strongest. Are they called the Strongest, or are they called... La más fuerte. I don't know. What would the Strongest? Really? Now I'm curious. It's gotta be like... they called that, or are they called? They can't. They have an English name? No. Really? Really? They're called the strongest? Yeah, strongest. Weird. Weird. Yeah, the strongest. Never knew. Now I do. So yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet though. The dog ran onto the field. Let's watch the video. Oh, let's mute that audio though. Oops. Look at that dog. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that cute dog just running out onto the field. It's just so adorable. So adorable. Oh, the dog. If it was a soccer player and a dog ran onto the field, I think I would take the dog home with me too. Wouldn't you? That's a lie. This background music is not. I guess it is. Technically, it is on my YouTube because I used it as background music for another video that is on my YouTube. So it's not a lie. Background music is on my YouTube. And enjoy being. I'm not sure if I told you this already, but any music that I make, at least right now, anything that I've been putting up on YouTube, and unless otherwise specified, and it usually is specified explicitly, it's all copyright free. It's a Creative Commons license, so if you want to use it for like remix or like anything at all, montages, background, it's fine. You just have to just give me credit and everything's legit. Good. And just don't make any money off it. Make money off it? I don't know. Give me some bits. So yeah, I mean, oh, absolutely. Live painting? Please. Yeah. You can restream it, or you can use like video. You can paint. Oh, that'd be great. Hell yeah. Just, put a little link that, put a link to my YouTube, or I'm not here for money either. I'm definitely not doing any of this. I do this because I love. I mean, if I can find a way to be able to support myself, and not have to go do tech support all day and then come home and only have that other time to do creative things, that would be nice. Like, I think that would be nice. Like, I do like having something to keep me motivated, a job type of thing, but if I can turn this into a job where I have daily tasks and a schedule that this is what I do, I'd be cool with that. I'd definitely be down with that. But I'm definitely not here to make money. If I was, then I wouldn't be putting my music on YouTube with a Creative Commons license. Because it's not like I'm using anything derivative. I'm not using other music that is on a Creative Commons license in my music. It's all original. It's all original music. There's some samples in there, but they're all royalty-free samples or just mangled to the point where it doesn't matter. Man. Yeah, you live in Pennsylvania, so you can't talk about stuff like that, right? I mean, I live in New York. I really probably shouldn't either. But Pennsylvania is so intense about it. I've known people who like have gone to Pennsylvania to buy things. There are a few different things, like fireworks is actually one of them, that I can go to Pennsylvania. Dude, I mean, I don't think you're a cop, dude. A vet. Sweet. Army vet? A military vet? Or a veterinarian? Either way, I salute you. USMC, 2006 to 2010. All right. Yeah, I never was, I was raised as a Quaker. My mom is a Quaker, so I've been a conscientious objector since I was, I mean, like that's what I was taught, and but yes, thank you for your service, for sure, absolutely. I personally have felt always very strongly opposed to partaking in military service, but I have never condemned anybody else for doing it. Like, it's everybody has different ideas of what needs to be done for the world, and I know a lot of great people who've been in the military. As much as I may be generally opposed to the fact that there needs to be a military, or that we feel there needs to be a military, I don't like war. I just don't like war. You know, that's all. I just don't like war. But I love people. So, you know, the people that go out there and put their lives on the line for what they believe in, you know, I commend you. Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the case for a lot of people. It's like a family tradition. Like his dad, he was in the Marines. Was his dad in the Marines too? You know, it's kind of it becomes like this family tradition, and if you don't do it, you know, then you're just, you know. So, but I hope you made the most of it, regardless of whether it felt like it wasn't really a personal choice. You know, it seems like you came out of it a pretty amazing person. And yeah, Brian Wolf here, he knows some of the Marine veterans I know. Oh, I was reading Shitwolf's comment and thinking it was Enjoy Being's comment. I was thinking that you were the one that was saying that your dad forced you to do it. Yeah, dude, I'm sure, scum of the world, man. Yeah, I know a guy, he's actually a very public advocate for veterans' rights and for, like, mental health awareness, he's a veteran for peace. His name is John Michael Turner. Shitwolf knows him. Yeah, really special person. But he's told me some stories of things that he had to experience and go through, and things that he had to do. And I don't envy him. Don't envy him that experience, and I don't resent him either. Yeah, I got people hitting me up here, messages on places, so just kind of making sure that I don't leave anybody hanging. Yeah. Be good to them. Be good to those people. That's exactly right. We don't want to be better than them. We want to be better to them. You check out my Instagram too. You got to request a follow, but I'll definitely, I'll approve it. Yeah, I don't have a Gnome Fire Instagram yet. I do have also this is my art. You can call me Gnome Fire. You can call me whatever. If you're like writing in the thing, just at me. But if you're like in the speaking, like when I'm just talking to people, my friends call me Patrick. But you know, I honestly, I'm like, people make up nicknames for me all the time, and I'm never like, nah, don't call me that. Unless it's like offensive, I'm chill. You can call me whatever. Gnome. Whatever. Gnome Fire. SpongeBob. Oh. Yeah, kinda. Except I'm like a little older than that, so it was more like, actually, like I think around the time when SpongeBob really was at the height of popularity, I was working in an after-school program with like 10-year-olds. So that was more where I got hit with it, like not by other kids, because SpongeBob wasn't even really a thing yet when I was a kid. It didn't even exist, so. But yeah, so when people were like, oh, you like Patrick Starfish? I was like, I don't even know what that is, you know? I don't know what you're talking about. So, didn't really faze me. I was already an adult by that time, so, like, working with kids. And if you're an adult who works with kids, you're probably not gonna be too fazed by things like that. Generally speaking, it takes a lot to frustrate someone who works in an after-school program. Like, it's just like, kids are freaking crazy and frustrating and annoying, and they will find your little chink in your armor, whatever weakness it is, and they will exploit it. And playing around with effects. I'm bored. Oh, I'm really bored. I'm actually really enjoying myself right now. But just grooving, hanging. Thundercats. Oh yeah, I'm kind of that age. Thundercats was cool. He-Man. I watched a lot of He-Man. I was kind of into Transformers. My jam was the Saturday morning cartoons. I wasn't really that into the after school ones. I like the ones that happened at other times. Yeah, like Saturday morning cartoons. Those were the best.
I was definitely really into the Saturday morning cartoons, like the Super Mario Brothers one was awesome, and there was like a WWF and Pee-wee's Playhouse, Pee-wee's Playhouse. But granted, I don't take it for granted that you're here though, 'cause you're a hero. No matter who you are, you're a hero to me because of who you be, and only because you are. You're a star, shining, 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 shining. Alright, I gotta learn to use this thing better. You like cooler if I do want to use it better. Oh, this is a much better one. I like this one better. It's a lot more expressive. It feels way more fun. No matter who you are, you're a shining star. You got it, don't go bar. You gonna rock the world. You gonna rock the world. You gonna rock the world like a meteor. Baby, you're right. Baby. But I know you're not wrong, baby. I'll be right back. Gonna be right back. 'Cause I'm addicted to Twitch. I gotta seriously itch. But I'm addicted to Twitch. So I'll be right back. 'Cause I just can't leave. No, I just can't leave. Even if I'm chilling in my room alone. Even if I'm chilling in my channel alone. Even if you look at me. Intergalactic planetary, intergalactic, intergalactic planetary, intergalactic, intergalactic planetary, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic. Yo, go play that trumpet.
Yo, go play that trumpet, yo. Do it. Do it. Get that music. Get creative. That's why I'm here. I wanna help inspire your creativity. I'm so glad that you're around. Please come around anytime. Anytime. You're always welcome, my friend. Always welcome. Always. I'm just improvising, making sounds, you know, chilling. Like the daytime is the time when we do like talking and we mess around, and maybe I might do some tutorials in the daytime and just like show my workflow of how I create the kind of the pieces of my performance. And then I'm probably going to be doing performances mostly at night, like in the later night when there aren't a whole lot of other people streaming. So, you know, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, kind of my optimal time for creativity anyway. So, and there aren't a lot of people on around that time. So there's like good bandwidth. And it just gives me more opportunity for exposure, because anyone who might be hanging out at that time trying to find something to watch and they can't find anything cool, I'll be here. So, yeah, thank you so much. Enjoy being. Come back anytime. So much love to you. So grateful for you coming through and hanging out and just everything. It's like such a great pleasure to meet you. Anytime. Thank you, Shitwolf. Dude, thank you so much. Yeah, middle of the night. That is a good time. That's the time when I feel the most like the spirits are really flowing through me, and I can like really get into a nice improvisational groove and just feel like part of the flow. I'm probably going to be streaming during the day too, though, because like daytime, like I said, I want to stream during the day when I'm doing stuff like this, just hanging out, having my coffee, reading the news, whatever. We could do crossword puzzles. That'd be fun. Doing people could help me out with my crossword puzzles. I could teach people how to do cryptic crosswords. I don't know. We could have, just weird kinds of fun. All kinds of weird fun. Learn things. Things you thought were impossible. Things you thought you wouldn't be able to do. That's what we're here for. Nothing's impossible.
Things impossible I've had as long as Nothing's impossible I have found. Nothing at all.
I'm gonna take a little break. I think I don't know. I could stop the stream just to let it process, and then come back in a little while. I think that's what I might do. But yeah, special shout out to everybody, because you were special. Yeah, mad props just for being. And a special shout out to Enjoy Being for coming through and just bringing that love. Yeah, keep it real, keep it alive, keep the love flowing. Keep yourself knowing, seek knowledge. And be careful when you're seeking truth. Looking for the right words for this. Be careful if you claim to be a truth seeker. There's a lot of truth out there that's not exactly based on fact. And it seems that a lot of people who call themselves truth seekers, and I'm not calling you out, if you're a truth seeker for real, really seeking the truth, really, truly seeking the truth. I'm not talking about the truth about whatever you saw in the news this morning. But like, if you're a real truth seeker who's seeking truth, from like deep spiritual truth, that's beautiful. I salute you. That truth. But don't get it confused with fact. And don't disregard the facts just because they dispute your truth. I'd like to find this quote by the Dalai Lama before I close, and so I'll be right back with that. This is actually some interesting news. And although it's kind of related to, I looked up the Dalai Lama, and the first thing I find is that there's something in the bill that Congress just passed, a provision for the U.S. stance on the successor to the Dalai Lama. And essentially that the United States won't accept, the United States government will not accept the Chinese officials, like official Dalai Lama that the Chinese government chooses. So that's interesting. So yeah, so there are actually a lot of people who think that the Dalai Lama will reincarnate in the United States. Although he himself has said that he thinks that the lineage of reincarnation should be abolished and ended because it is a tradition based in feudalism and kind of a caste system. So that's an interesting thought. He also said that he might come back as a woman. But he's never been a woman before, so at least not as the Dalai Lama. All interesting stuff. I find the Dalai Lama to be extremely fascinating. But I want to find this quote from that great man, that great little boy. He's just, I don't know if you haven't gotten a chance to check out the Dalai Lama, like speaking, being interviewed or anything. It's absolutely one of the greatest things. Maybe I'll just end with that, but yeah, here it is, Buddhism, science, and compassion. So essentially what he said is, so he says things like, we've learned from science that accounts in Buddhist literature referring to a flat earth or to the sun and moon as being the same size and distance from the earth are mistaken. Among Buddhist scholars, Chandrakirti criticized masters who express such views, and I count myself as his student. So he's saying, and karma means action, and action is subject to momentary change. However, physical, verbal, and mental actions leave imprints on the mind that can remain for a very long time. He declared that the cumulative imprints of positive actions eventually ripen in the attainment of Buddhahood. So he's basically saying that karma isn't really like it's not really an abstract concept so much as it's like a scientific principle. So yeah, don't let your faith get in the way of facts. Like I have Ganesha. I'm not. Yeah, I devote myself to Ganesha in a way. I praise his name. I'm grateful for protection. But I also recognize that Ganesha is a representation that's much less And I don't, I'm not saying that's with you, just based on my own personal experiences. Counter price. Into this right now. Talk time. But we should do that spiritual talk time. I think that would be fun. We can all be a respectful community. Grateful. Because, I've got some wacky spiritual views. Like, in some ways, I'm a firm believer and advocate for creative visualization. So basically what the Dalai Lama says, though, is that if science comes along and says, hey, Buddhism, guys, there's this thing, if scientists prove that some core tenet of Buddhism is incorrect or inaccurate scientifically, Buddhism, or at least people like the Dalai Lama, are willing to say, well, that Buddhism can change. And I think that that's one of the main hang-ups of most organized religion is that it tends to hold people back from that. Yeah, so I'm thinking out loud. You can have opinions, you can have facts, two can coincide. Your personal doesn't have to. However, go vice versa. I see it, You're personal. Whatever it is. I'm just really I'm having a lot of fun with these effects. Much love. Be back.